Mexico, a nation with more than 120 million people, a country full of tradition, history, and rich with culture. Its food is recognized around the world, and their people are friendly and kind. Before exiting the airport, buy the ticket for a certified or safe taxi. There are several companies, and the difference in price among them can range up to 200 pesos. It is fine to ask every taxi company its cost and compare the price. The traffic during the rush hour is heavy in Mexico City, so what you can do is to program your day and combine the public transportation such as metro and taxis to travel to different locations of interest. Hi and welcome to Mexico City, one of the biggest in the world. Behind me is the Palace of Bellas Artes here in downtown. The finest arts palace, or el Palacio de Bellas Artes in Spanish, is the center of art and culture most important in the country. Its construction started in 1902 by an Italian architect during the government of the presidency of Porfirio Diaz. There is no cost to enter, but some private expositions do have a charge. In addition, photography and video are allowed, but you must pay extra to use your camera. For more information about Mexico City's museums, archaeological areas, maps, and much more, visit its website. The police presence is massive along the historic area until 11 p.m., including Juárez Avenue and the pedestrian street Madero, the Zocalo, and its surroundings. The hotel prices increase upon its location and nearness to the historic center or downtown. For example, the difference between two hotels with the same service and stores with only one block distance could be more than 800 pesos. The pedestrian street Maderos is very popular on a daily basis for thousands of tourists and local residents. Along the strip, you will find restaurants and a variety of street performers. This type of employment is very popular around the world, also known in Spanish jargon as el rebusque or hustle. The city leaders allow them to perform without permits and restrictions. That way they can support their families with honesty and dignity. Be careful with your personal possessions. Thieves take advantage of the large crowds to open your backpacks and wallets while you enjoy the performers. During your walk, you will find churches such as St. Francisco and the Temple of St. Felipe Neri, also the Lookout or Mirador. It is 43 stories high and was built in 1956. The last three floors offer a panoramic view of the city. The Zocalo Square represents more than 4 centuries of history that include Aztec rituals and ceremonies, a place for massive cultural events and presidential greetings. During the Spanish Conquistador, the construction of the Viceroy Palace took place. Currently is the National Palace, which used to be occupied before the Spanish conquistadors by Montezuma, leader of the Aztecs. At the east side it stands the Metropolitan Cathedral, and just behind you will find the Mayor Temple or Templo Mayor, which used to be the main center of the Mexica Imperio. This temple served as a place to receive sacred contributions and funeral ceremonies. Also, political and religious decisions of daily life for the Mexicas were executed in this palace. Nearby, you will find a stand on the sidewalks with pottery and indigenous accessories, also live folkloric performance and wizard cleansings to take away bad vibrations and temptations. Free medical service are provided by the city just in case the wizard cleansings doesn't work. On my way back to Madero Street, I found 2 clowns doing a street performance and I ended up being part of the show. They were really funny and kind. If you visit the Zocalo and happen to see them, please give my greetings. Early that morning, I took a taxi to the North Bus Terminal, which is where you can take a direct bus to the main entrance or Gate 1 of the ruins of Teotihuacan. From Mexico City's terminal, it has a distance of 40 kilometers. The trip is fast and without stops. Something that I noticed is how the passengers are recorded in video by employees of the bus company to ensure the safety of their customers. It costs 59 pesos per person to enter the park. Additional charges apply if you are going to record video. Tripods are prohibited. You had to walk over a kilometer from the main gate along the carriageway of the dead or Calzada de los Muertos. For more information about the different Mexican archaeological areas, visit their webpage. During the 18th century, the first explorations began at the Pyramid of the Moon. In 1905, the research of the Pyramid of the Sun started. The pre-Hispanic city of Teotihuacan was one of the biggest in the world at that time, reaching a population of 100,000 people. Its name means City of the Gods. One of the advantages of the Teotihuacan pyramids is being able to climb to the top of them, in contrast with the pyramids of Giza in Egypt, where you are not allowed to go to the top. Now this is the hard part for me, because I had 2 backpacks and in addition to my tripod bag. In 1971, a tunnel was found under the Pyramid of the Sun, where perhaps the royal crypt might be located. Archaeologists continue exploring and excavating in specific areas in search of human remains, jewelry, and other artifacts that will lead to a greater knowledge of this significant civilization. Now it is time to continue to my next destination, and after having lunch just outside the park, I took the bus to the city of Pachuca, where I stayed for the night to continue my journey to the indigenous reserve of Grutas de Tulantongo. From the main terminal in Pachuca, you can take a taxi to the Independence Square or Plaza de la Independencia, where you can choose between several hotels that will fit your budget. In 1901, the English miners set the first official club of soccer. That's why this city is also known as the crypt of the Mexican football. The main attraction at Independence Square is the monumental clock. Its construction began in 1904 and it has a height of 40 meters. Video and photography are prohibited inside the clock. This is Easy Track 360. Let's go!